Hi, ladies and gentlemen. So, thank you again for joining me. I was just out for my bike ride, and then this idea came to my mind, and I thought I should share with you. I want to speak to people who are seeking opportunities, maybe jobs, scholarships, and who are just looking out for mentorship. I know it's a very difficult time. You are in a position where you don't know what to expect, but I want to encourage you to really be focused about what you're doing. I know there are a lot of people who have applied for endless jobs. There's people who've applied for endless voluntary service opportunities. There are people who've applied for endless scholarship opportunities. And you're at a point where you feel like you want to give up. Don't give up and keep trying and keep uh, submitting your applications. But much more, I want you to work on yourself and look at the kind of application that you're submitting. I know a lot of us, we see opportunities and we just want to submit our application. We just want to make sure we apply, but I want to encourage you to make sure you're sending in a quality application for every position, whether in Cameroon or Africa or even the world at large. For one position, there are millions of people who are applying for that same opportunity. So you want to make sure that you are doing your best, the best on your part, in terms of the quality of the application you're submitting. I want you to look at your resume. What kind of resume are you submitting, or what kind of curriculum vitae or CV are you submitting? And in addition to that, you may want to think about maybe a letter of motivation. A lot of us, we don't write letters of motivation or personal statements when we apply for jobs. Uh, there are certain organizations which don't just want to see the positions you've occupied, but they want to see how you can articulate your skills and your achievements, maybe in a letter of motivation. So you may want to think about a letter of motivation in addition to your resume. I know I was in a point in my life where I was applying for so many jobs, and in a day I used to apply for at least 50 to 100 jobs in a day. I'm not kidding. So I know what it takes. I know how it feels to be in that position where you are applying and not getting jobs and not getting uh, calls or emails that are favorable to the application. I know a lot of us were used to getting emails like, we're sorry to inform you that, or we're unable to shortlist you at this time. We had more qualified candidates. Ask yourself this question: if others can be able to get that position, what more of you? I think the issue is really, you just want to make sure that you eliminate the margin of error to the barest minimum. No, we cannot completely eliminate the margin of error when we submit our applications, but you can do your very best to submit a quality application in the way you take your time to research the job responsibilities, and in the way you write your personal statement or your letter of motivation, and in the way you also update your resume. A lot of us, we have resumes that when we check the last time that this resume was updated, maybe it was or this CV was updated, was maybe in 2017, 2018, 2019. You need to make sure that you're updating. If you're still in the job market, you need to make sure that you're updating your resume almost on a daily basis as time permits. And you need to make sure that your resume is reflecting the job market, is reflecting what employers, recruiters are looking for. You don't want to waste your chances just sending in any kind of resume. You're not going to get any calls. You're not going to get any good emails if you just submit any kind of resume. And you may also want to take a step back and also maybe consider doing some voluntary service. I know lots of employers are looking for people or candidates who have some form of experience already. So in certain positions, they will be looking for maybe people with 2 years of work experience in the same field, or people who have maybe 5, 10 years of experience. And if you are spending all your time applying and not thinking about taking a step forward or further, you might end up applying for too long. So I want to encourage you, think about voluntary service, think about just working as a volunteer. These are very important ways to gain experience without paying anything. And then if you're fortunate, you may land a voluntary service position in an organization that may give you some form of stipend or some form of payment that might cover your transportation or housing. But even apart from that, if you're living with a family, if you're living with a friend, I want you to consider doing voluntary service. If you're at a point in your life where you're not yet paying bills or paying rents, and if you are living with someone for free, maybe a family relation or your parents, think about voluntary service rather than just continuing to apply for positions that are needing people with more experience than you already have right now. So I want to encourage you, my dear friends, really think about the quality of applications you're submitting, maybe for scholarships, for jobs, and for voluntary service, and make sure that you're submitting the best. It doesn't hurt to give it to someone to review. And this brings me to the next thing. I get a lot of people saying, hey, I want you to mentor me for this scholarship or for this opportunity. And then you realize that the person who's needing mentorship is not really serious about it at all. If you're reaching out for mentorship of any form, you need to show some level of seriousness. You need to show that you're serious about what you want. You need to be to show that you're serious about your life and that you've researched about that scholarship or about that job opportunity to at least a certain degree. This will motivate the person who's going to be mentoring you to know that you are all out and that you want nothing less but success for yourself. And if I come across a young person who is really motivated, charged up, and is all out and is hungry for success, I'm also going to be very motivated to support them, to mentor them, and to give my best and to ensure that I can support them in their journey to success. So you want to be sure that you are as serious as possible about what you want for yourself and what you want people, and when people see that level of seriousness and that level of motivation, they can be able to support you. I came across a Facebook post that challenged me, at least to a certain extent. I think it was by Comfort Morsa, Kwame Morsa. She said that if you're living with someone and you're not paying rent and you're living maybe with family relation, and you don't have a job yet, you need to go over and beyond the things you do in the household. You need to stand out in the way you perform house chores. You don't just want to be too dependent. I may be paraphrasing in my own words, but that post really encouraged me, and I want to encourage you. If you're still looking for opportunities, you may want to set an example in just the little corner where you find yourself in terms of the spirit of excellence that you're demonstrating. And so I want to encourage you to work hard, work smart. If you're looking for opportunities, spend your time on the internet searching for these opportunities and asking people who've been through that route for advice, people who've traveled that same direction. Ask them for advice, and you will be able to succeed. If others have done it before, you can do it. Okay, so be encouraged and be blessed.